Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. Now I'm going to report the latest new coronavirus epidemic real-time big data report. The data is updated to 11 of March 2020, 14:51 p.m. Beijing time, and now it's Beijing time 14:59 p.m. Now let's have a look for the domestic epidemic in mainland China. We can see that the overall all confirmed diagnosis number is 16,216, which is 1,576 less than yesterday, and the cumulative diagnosis cases is 80,962, which is 31 more than yesterday. The suspected cases is 285, which is 31 more than yesterday, and the cumulative cure cases is 61,584, which is 1,585 more than yesterday. We can see that a lot of people have already discharged from the hospital, and the existing severe cases is 4,492, which is 302 less than yesterday, and the cumulative deaths is 3,162, which is 22 more than yesterday. We can see that the situation in China is getting better and better day after day because the suspected cases now it's only 285, and the existing severe cases is only 4,492. A lot of people have already discharged from the hospital, which is more than almost 80% of people discharged from the hospital. Now let's have a look for the infected maps in mainland China. There is no doubt that Hubei province still the most severe province in mainland China, which has overall 67,737 cumulative cases. Other province has more than 1,000 cases. Hunan, which is 1,018. Guangdong has 1,353. Zhejiang 1,215. And Henan has 1,272. Other provinces like Heilongjiang, which has 482. And the other province has more than 100 cases are Liaoning, Beijing, Tianjin, Shandong, Shanxi, Gansu, Shanxi, Jiangxi, Jiangsu, Shanghai, Anhui, Fujian, Chongqing, Sichuan, Yunnan, Guizhou, Guangxi, and Hainan. That's the infected maps in mainland China. Now let's have a look for the new confirmed suspected cure death strain nationwide. We can see that the new diagnosis cases yesterday is 31, and new suspected cases same 31. New cure cases 1,585 and new death cases 22. All these lines keep dropping down because the situation is getting better and better. Now let's move on to the new confirmed cases nationwide Hubei and non-Hubei province. We can see that the nationwide new confirmed cases is 31, which is combined by Hubei has 13 new confirmed cases, and non-Hubei province has 18. We can see that non-Hubei province slightly goes up yesterday. Probably one of the reasons is that some foreign country people visit China and then they been diagnosed as positive cases. Okay, now let's move on to have a look for the epidemic data in different regions of mainland China. We can see that Hubei province has 13 new diagnosis cases. Cumulative diagnosis number is 67,773. And 49,062 people had already discharged from the hospital. 3,046 people died with this new coronavirus. Wuhan has 13 new diagnoses, which means all the new diagnosis cases are from Wuhan. And Wuhan has 49,978 cumulative diagnosis cases, 33,045 people discharged from hospital, and 2,423 people died with this new coronavirus. Other cities just remain the same for the cumulative diagnosis cases. For example, Xiaogan has 3,518, Huanggang has 2,907, Jinzhou 1,580, Ezhou 1,394. I'm not going to report all these cities because we can see that the new diagnosis cases is 0 in all these cities. But the cure cases keep growing up because more people discharged from the hospital, and the death number slightly goes up because we might still see people die with this new coronavirus every day. Okay, let's move on. If you are interested for any cities that you want to have a look, you can just pause this video and then have a look by yourself. Now let's move on to non-Hubei province. We can see that Guangdong 0 new diagnosis cases. Overall cumulative diagnosis cases 1,353. 1,282 people already discharged from hospital and 8 people died. Henan has cumulative 1,272 diagnosis cases, 1,249 people discharged, and 22 people died. Followed by Zhejiang, which has 1,215 cumulative diagnoses. Hunan has 1,018 cumulative diagnoses. And all the other provinces has less than 1,000 cases. We can see that Shandong province has 1 new diagnosis cases. Heilongjiang has 1, and Beijing has 6 new diagnosis cases. Beijing has 435 overall cumulative diagnoses, 326 people discharged, 8 people died. And Shanghai has 2 new diagnosis cases, 344 cumulative diagnoses, 320 people discharged, and 3 people died. Let's move on. We can see that Hong Kong has 5 new diagnoses, 126 cumulative diagnoses, 65 people discharged, and 3 people died. Gansu has 1 new diagnosis, 125 cumulative diagnoses, 88 people discharged, 2 people died. And Taiwan has 2 new diagnoses, 48 cumulative diagnoses, 17 people discharged and 1 people died. And Macau remained the same, 10 people already discharged from the hospital. Okay, that's the overall data in mainland China. Yes, if you like our channel, please make sure click the subscribe button to subscribe to our channel, support our channel. Thank you very much. Now let's move on to the epidemic board data, which means data out of mainland China. We can see that the data are same updated to 11 of March 2020, 14:51 p.m. The overall confirmed diagnosis number is 32,399, and the cumulative diagnosis cases 38,389, and the cumulative discharge cases 4,853, and more than 1,137 people already died with this new coronavirus out of mainland China. The situation is getting worse and worse every day. So it's really a big concern of all the countries all over the world. Now let's move on. We can see that the new diagnosis trend at home, which means mainland China and out of mainland China, we can see that in mainland China only 31 new diagnosis cases, but out of China has 4,105 new confirmed cases. We can see that it's a big gap between China and other countries, and the number of other countries keep growing up, but the number in mainland China keep dropping down. So which means the situation out of China is getting worse. Whole people protect themselves properly. Okay, now let's move on to look at different data in different countries. We can see that in Europe, the new diagnosis cases is 2,188, cumulative diagnosis cases 18,687, 1,106 people discharged from hospital, 716 people died. Italy contribute for most of the data. Italy has 168 new diagnosis cases, 10,283 cumulative diagnoses, 1,004 people discharged, 631 people died with this new coronavirus. It's really surprise and it's really dangerous in Italy because the death rate in Italy is more than 6%. It keeps growing up because if we look at the data of yesterday, we can see that the death rate is only 5%, but today it goes up to 6%. So take care of yourself if people you are living in Italy. It's really concerned about the situation in Italy. Okay, now let's move on to France. We can see that France, the new diagnosis case is 372, cumulative diagnosis 1,784. 12 people discharged, 33 people died with this new coronavirus. We can see that both France, Spain, Germany has more than 300 new diagnosis cases, and Spain has 417 new diagnoses. Cumulative diagnosis 1,695, and 32 people discharged and 35 people died with this new coronavirus. Yeah, we see from the public media, Australia already banned people coming from Italy. So it's another country that been banned by Australia government. Okay, I'm not going to report all the other countries because there are less than 1,000 cases. Now let's move on to the data about Asian countries. Yeah, we can see that in Asia, Iran still the most severe countries in Asia, but they didn't update new diagnosis cases yesterday. The cumulative diagnosis cases is 8,042 and 2,731 people discharged from hospital. 291 people died with this new coronavirus. The death rate in Iran it's also very high, but still much less than Italy. And Korea has 242 new diagnosis cases, 7,755 cumulative diagnoses, 288 people discharged from hospital, 61 people died with this new coronavirus. And Japan has 59 new diagnosis cases, 1,282 cumulative diagnoses, 427 people discharged, 19 people died. But we can see from the public media, we might need a question mark here about Japan's data because they are not doing enough testing. But that's the comment from public media. I'm not going to make any comments about this data, but just put a question mark here. You can just judge it by yourself. Let's move on. Singapore has 6 new diagnosis cases, 166 cumulative diagnoses, 93 people discharged, and Malaysia has 12 new diagnosis cases, 129 cumulative diagnoses, 25 people discharged. We can see that both Singapore and Malaysia, they are doing very good because no one died with this new coronavirus, even they have more than 100 cumulative diagnosis cases, and Bahrain as well. Okay, I'm not going to report all the other countries. If you are interested, you can just stop this video and have a look by yourself. Now let's move on to another continent. Now let's have a look for the North America data. We can see that United States has 132 new diagnosis cases, overall 1,010 people infected by this new coronavirus. 10 people discharged and 31 people died with this new coronavirus. As we all realize from the public media, because the American government, they stopped providing data for all the states in America. So we might need to put 2 question marks in here, whether this number is correct or not. But I'm not going to give any comment about this data. You can just judge it by yourself. Canada has 7 new diagnosis cases, 94 cumulative diagnoses, 8 people discharged, 1 people died. I'm not going to report all the other countries. Let's move on to Oceania. We can see that there are 16 new diagnosis cases yesterday. They're all from Australia and has 117 cumulative diagnosis cases. 22 people discharged from hospital, 3 people died. The situation in Australia is getting worse as well. People who live in Australia are really concerned about the control of the government. Um, People judge that whether the government's doing enough protection for this new coronavirus, because we can see from the 7 News, one of the video comes out from the 7 News showing people queuing up in Melbourne's hospital for testing. So not sure how many people will get a positive result from the testing, but yeah, hopefully not many. Yeah, let's have a look. Be careful. Make sure you protect yourself. Okay, let's move on. South America has 15 new diagnosis cases, 108 cumulative diagnoses, 0 people discharged, 1 people died. Africa has 2 new diagnosis cases, 106 cumulative diagnosis cases, 27 people discharged, 2 people died. Okay, that's the overall data of the new coronavirus epidemic real-time big data. If you like our channel, please make sure to subscribe to our channel. We'll keep you an update. Thank you very much. Goodbye.